Angie, and I own the Painted Cookie.
This is the Nash Rockett Media Experiment.
Hey, don't get too excited. It is I, Nash Rockett, and this is the almost famous podcast. If this is your first time joining us, please subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified every time there is a new episode up. The cookie business. My first recollection of Angie and the Painted Cookie was on Facebook. I had seen some of her cookies posted on her page, and I was attending a reunion of a radio station at which I once worked, and I thought it would be fun and impressive to order some customized cookies for the event. And I did. They were fabulous, and they were enjoyed by all. It was a huge hit. From that point, Angie and I struck up an online friendship, and not long after that, my podcast was championing Reagan Strange, a singer from Memphis, who at the time was a contestant on The Voice. And to celebrate her success, I ordered more cookies from my Cookie Monster friend, the Painted Cookie. And they were a huge hit. And I'm sure we'll hear about that story and what it led to, and so on, and so on, and so on.
I actually have a commercial kitchen upstairs that is mandated by the health department. And they actually helped me design it. So it's separate from my house, which is great for me. It enables me to leave work in a sense, but it enables me to be home with my children as well. This is the room where everything gets decorated, designed, packaged. These are all the icings that we use. Bottled icing. It's the raw cookie. From the beginning, it's a wedding cake cookie. And these are our Thanksgiving cookies that we're designing this year. I love this little guy.
Wow. That is so awesome. Now, you painted that?
Yes.
Now, all of these look very personalized, and they each have their own little design. Is this like one order?
Yes. This is our basic Thanksgiving order for this year.
So how many designs will this have in a Thanksgiving order?
Well, there's probably about 6 different designs that come in each order. There's 12 cookies, but pretty much 2 of each.
And they're kind of specialized, right?
Yes.
Nice. So if people want to book you, say, for the Christmas holidays, do you take cookies for the Christmas holidays, or are you already booked?
No, we are not booked yet, but you need to get
Now's the time.
your order in immediately.
Okay, what's up with the hair bows and ribbons and stuff?
This is where everything is packaged. So all the ribbons, everything is wrapped here and packaged here. And then it's our overflow of sanding sugars and candies that we put on the cookie.
Okay.
This is where everything is baked. Cookie dough. Everything is cut out here, rolled here, cut out here, and then placed in the oven.
Okay, let's go open the oven just to make sure that it's not
Nothing is in
fake
here.
oven. That's all right. So that is where it happens. That's where the 9,000. Oh, there's a double oven. Got you. Okay, here's my favorite thing. Look at this. Holy crackers. All of these cookie cutters How many of these do you have?
1,700.
My gosh, that's amazing. Those look so fun. What's your favorite one? Show me. You got a favorite?
Wow. I love my Christmas cookies, I think, the most. This was a new one last year that we purchased. And it has a Christmas tree in the back.
Nice.
And this Santa. He's my favorite.
Nice. Bring that closer. Let me see that. Oh, yeah. So her business has continued to skyrocket. Skyrocket with 2 T's, by the way. People who know her are perplexed as to exactly how she gets so much done, where all of that energy comes from, and when, if ever, does she sleep. And I ain't lying. She's extraordinarily talented and universally adored by those who know her. And she is my guest on this program today, The Painted Cookie in Olive Branch, Mississippi, Angie Turner.
In 2006. Yes, 2006. I was a stay-at-home mommy. And a very dear friend of mine, her husband was a chiropractor here in town, Brian Henry, chiropractic. And he wanted to give gifts for his clients at Christmas, referral, docs, everybody, you know. And so he thought it would be a great idea to make 25 dozen cookies. And okay, so
That's a lot.
Stay-at-home mom here made, you know, his wife and I got them delivered, and we did it. But from there, the business kind of exploded.
They got so popular from just that one order in our small town here in Mississippi, that he actually said, you know, people are calling, you're going to have to come up with a name. Like everyone was trying to tell me, you're going to have to name yourself something. So in the middle of the night, because, you know, I never sleep, I'm actually painting these cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a more translucent type cookie in the very beginning. So I was actually, with the actual brushes and all that, was painting on the cookie. And 2 a.m., yes, it came to mind. I'm sitting here painting the cookies. The painted cookie, that's what it's going to be.
Let's jump back. Let's jump back as a little girl. Did you ever have an easy bake oven? Inquiring minds want to know.
I did. I got it for, Anna brought it to me when I was a small child. I loved that oven. My mother probably still has it.
I always wondered,
knowing her,
do those things really work? I mean, could you actually?
They do.
They do? You can actually bake something in them?
They do. I vividly remember that morning that I received that oven, that you know how you break out all the toys, they must be played with immediately.
Yeah, of course.
On Christmas morning. So I was, I baked those little cakes, passed them to everybody.
That's funny.
You know, I don't know how they taste. I can't remember that, but I had fun. I had fun that Christmas morning for sure. But I did, yes, have an easy bake oven. Loved it.
Did you attend college?
I did.
And what did you study?
I actually went to Baptist College of Health Sciences here in Memphis, majoring in X-ray and ultrasound. And that's pretty much what, you know, my education
really
is in.
So you were a med tech then?
Yes, X-ray and ultrasound.
Gotcha. Then you married, had a family, and typical, normal, lovely American lifestyle, the American dream, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then things transformed into the not so normal.
Right.
Well, in the beginning with this business, I was a stay-at-home mom, so it was a hobby, so to speak. And 3 years into this business, my husband was sent to prison.
Okay.
And things got really ugly in life. And I lost everything I had.
So I have to pick up all these pieces, and with 2 babies. And at first, I didn't have anything else to do but cookies. That's what I was good at and what I loved doing. But I did have a fear: was I going to make enough money?
Right. How old were your children at the time?
3 and 6 at the time.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So the context of your ever-growing cookie empire is really survival, as opposed to a game plan of going into a career.
Exactly.
Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, the cookies just kind of happened for me. It was a hobby, and I enjoyed it. I think because initially I was asked to do it. And then I actually enjoyed. I found that I enjoyed doing it, And so after that 3 years went by, I had established a customer base that I was making same cookies for the same children every birthday.
Right.
And still to this day, I have those children, that for the last 13 years, I've made the same cookies for their birthdays. And one thing I will add, that is one thing that has birthed from or within this cookie business are the families that I have grown close to.
Right.
Just from being a part of their special events, all the special events in their lives that I've been able to be a part of.
Sure.
And for me, that is one of the main things I enjoy about this business.
So when that tragic event happened with the split of your family, you had an idea that cookies were an option for you because that was the first thing you were drawn to at that point, yes?
Yes.
Do you remember the first impulse where you knew that you were going to be able to do this and support yourself and your family?
We actually moved for a short time to Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would be the best thing to move near family.
Right.
Under those circumstances.
Sure.
So I opened a store. I never stopped, you see. So I opened a store in Murfreesboro, just off the square, and it was great. Murfreesboro welcomed me, with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
I met a lot of amazing people and had a lot of amazing opportunities being right there on the outskirts of Nashville. There's something in me that I was not settled though.
Right.
I could never put my finger on it. I had everything. I had a store. My children were with me. They were safe. I had no worries. But I was kind of barely making it. It got to be where I was shipping more cookies back to the Memphis area into Mississippi, then a lot of them that I was selling there in the store. Now, I had a great business, but I had such a profound customer base in the Mid-South here in the Memphis area.
Right.
I have made approximately 2 million cookies to date in that kitchen.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you count all those cookies one by one? You just go 1,
No.
2. Fortunately,
It was an afterthought.
Fortunately, you have receipts and records to compile that information.
Yes. Thank goodness for technology. That's for sure.
But it's kind of the old school thing that you're doing here that makes it so successful, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I have no idea. I want to inspire people to do better with their lives. Because I feel like I'm the poster child for such.
You had mentioned once upon a time when we spoke about you wanting to be a speaker. Tell me about that.
I would love to speak, but as you know, I have a very country accent.
You don't have a country accent. You have a Mississippi accent, a Tennessee accent. Come on, man.
I'm from Nashville.
No. All right.
I would like to speak. I think I would like to speak. I truly, though, I want to write. That's what I want to do when I grow up. Be a writer. Because there's so much that has happened in my life to date that I think would help somebody. And I feel like to this day, God has gifted me in that. So that is not something that I brought to the table with me. The writing sense has come over a matter of years, the past few years, to be exact. But I just hate watching people struggle and feel that they're stuck, because you really aren't stuck. I have felt stuck. But I guess as we continue to grow and get through this world, first and foremost, I'm not anything without God. He's put me here. He's introduced me to people I would have never met on my own. And so, yeah, I hope to keep going wherever he takes me. Taking me some crazy places. But just have to remain obedient. And that's how I've gotten here. I do believe his prompting has put me in this place today. I make sugar for a living for people. It's a pretty cool gig. I'm very blessed person.
I just love the name. It makes me smile. You're already bringing happiness to the world just in the name of your product. If someone needs Christmas cookies, is there still time?
Yes.
And they get a hold
Always
of
time.
There's always time. And
Always time.
they get. That's why you don't get any sleep, young lady. It's because
Right.
there's always time, right? If they want to get a hold of you, they get a hold of you at The Painted Cookie on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. Now, are there any shipping regulations if people hear this beyond the Mid-South and want, somebody in Oshkosh, Wisconsin hears about this and wants to get some of your groovy Christmas cookies? Do you ship?
We do ship.
Okay.
We will be cutting off shipping orders, though, for Christmas. the week before Christmas.
Okay.
So we won't be able to ship anything, within that week before.
Gotcha.
Just to ensure everyone gets everything in time.
Right. And then when people put orders in your local area, you whoop them up and they come and pick them up, correct? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay. One last thing in closing here. What would you say to people that have been in your situation or finding themselves in your situation, and how would you encourage them to get out of a bad situation, whatever that situation is?
Find your circle of people that you trust. And there's always help. There's always help for anyone, no matter what the struggle. You just have to ask. And that's really a huge thing. There's a lot of people going through things they don't want to ask for help. So even in when I was going through a struggle, I didn't want to ask for help. I tended to think it was just, that was a showing of weakness, that I needed help,
It's the turtle theory. You just want to crawl into your shell and be left alone, right?
Right.
That's not the direction to go, is it?
I learned through several people that told me they told me the same thing. You don't allow other people to bless you. You are robbing not only yourself of a blessing, but you're robbing them of an opportunity to bless someone. Because we all like to help people. You like to help someone.
Sure.
And if you got turned down every time you tried to help someone, that would make you feel bad. So I had to learn that, and I started looking at that with a different perspective when people want to help you.
Angie Turner, I've never known anyone to work so diligently as you do. I've never known anybody who has turned lemons into lemonade as successfully as you have. I was amazed today when I put up, I don't know, late in the afternoon, I put up a little notice that we would be doing the show. And before I knew it, there were 100 people over 100 people who had commented and liked. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm going, who is this Angie Turner anyway?
I am blessed by supporters.
Yes, you are.
I'm so thankful for them. And we say no, because if anyone is my friend on Facebook, they get tired of, I'm sure, hearing my heart. I put it on Facebook.
You sure do. You sure do. And you're funny. Gosh, you're so funny. Some of the things you say and do, they just crack me up. It's you are truly an inspiration.
Thank you.
And I count myself among those inspired. And it's a joy to know you. I really am happy that you're in my circle.
I appreciate that.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you. And I hope...
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Nothing but the best for you. And our paths will cross again soon. You can depend on that. Thank you, Angie.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Continued success. Hey, I really appreciate you watching and listening. And a special thanks to Angie Turner and the Painted Cookie for her amazing story. She is something else and a half. This program is owned by Nash Rockett Media. We help small businesses expand their customer base and reach with podcasts and vlogs and social media content like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you or you know someone who could use our services, please drop us a note or a message down beneath this post. Don't forget, subscribe and ring the bell, and we'll see you next time on the Almost Famous podcast.